Just waiting for a few people to hop on. Cleaning my glasses. Or my sunglasses. I don't wear glasses, but. Hey, how's it going, Sherry? What's up, Jennifer? Hello, hello, hello. I did put a new YouTube video out today. Hopefully you guys had a chance to see the YouTube video I put out. It's not that great. I mean, the information's good. My projection was super horrible. It'll get better. I was just short on time. Hey, Jacob. Hey, Karen. Hey, Carla. Excuse me. So, I'm jumping online really quick because there's been a lot of people. I literally just alone today, from when I woke up, I've had like, I don't know, it had to have been well over 400 questions between 3 different accounts. I think it was like probably 500 and some. And a lot of the questions are kind of the same. So, thought I would address some of those. Texas, oh man. Jeremy, Texas, that looks, I wish I was there right now. What's up, Nicole? I had like a frog in my throat the last couple of weeks. Can't get rid of it. Anyways, so I hear a lot of, this is my number one concern with everybody. Everybody's having all these concerns about having issues with Uphold. So wanted to cover that really quick. People are saying they can't upload money to Uphold. They can't make purchases on Uphold. And so I tried withdrawing money from Uphold and purchasing. And the other day when people were having problems, I was still able to buy on Uphold. And then as of today, I couldn't buy anything on Uphold. It wouldn't take my purchase, even though it already has before in the past, which is kind of frustrating. When I they said it was my bank. And when I clearly pointed out that it was not my bank and proved it to them, then they changed their story to, oh, well, there's some problems on our end with our, a merchandiser or whatever, or, whoever's running their card systems and stuff like that, their financial system. So they're trying to blame it on that. I don't really believe them. But I did find a loophole in how to purchase some XRP. I diversify across a lot of different platforms. So I am on Coinbase, Uphold, gosh, I can't remember. There's like 6 of them that I'm part of. Ledger. Anyways, what I did was this. Oh, you did buy from Uphold. See, a couple people said they could still buy it, and I cannot for some reason. And I could yesterday, which is weird. So that's kind of good to know. But anyways, this is what I did to trick the system. I have an account with Coinbase. I basically took my Coinbase account. I bought a bunch of because everybody loves Bitcoin, so I bought a bunch of Bitcoin. So I bought $1,000 worth of Bitcoin and onto Coinbase, which went through just fine. And because it's not delisted on Coinbase, at least Bitcoin isn't. And then I transferred that over to my other wallet on Uphold, and then I converted my Bitcoin into XRP, and that all went through just perfectly. So that was kind of a little trick that I figured out. And that you bought with no weird, Susan. Okay, that's good to know as well. Yeah, see, everybody's like, one person can, one person can't. You purchased an hour ago, huh? Interesting. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. There's some really weird things. I mean, I've been watching. See, I have a couple different computer systems going at once, and I record multiple different screens, like online things, and one of them is XRP's thing, so I can go back and watch if any glitches happen. And they've been experiencing a lot of glitches lately. on the pre-record. Yes, and they do have a daily max, so make sure, I mean, I've been covering that with people too. Make sure you're not going over your daily limit. A card is different than a linked bank account. You can do a lot more with a linked bank account than you can a debit card or a credit card. Huh. It took 3 attempts, 3 different debit cards today. Finally could buy more XRP. That's crazy. What a pain in the butt. We'll see what's happening. I'm not really sure. The second question I've been getting a lot of is, should I hold? Should I buy high and then take those profits and reinvest when it drops again? Yeah, I would definitely don't sell. Don't sell anything. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, nor do I want to be one, but I'm just saying that's what I'm doing personally. I'm not going to sell. I have purchased XRP. If it makes anybody feel better, I have purchased as high as 77 cents, and I've purchased as low as, what was it? I think it's like 17. I think it was 77 high and 17 cents low was my low. So, so anyways, so I got little kids running around. It's like super distracting. Another question I'm getting on here is people are worried about XRP falling or collapsing. Again, XRP is not backed by gold yet. This comes in, I believe, in March. And once we gain clarity, it has no clarity yet, but it can't fall to zero. So don't sell what you have. It's going to hold through. It won't go to zero no matter what. So you still hold it. It's like a stock. When you invest in the S&P 500 long term, everything can drop to zero. That's when you want to buy more, yeah. But you still, you have something that's worth a lot more than even if it drops to 1 cent. Try setting up an account on. I just seen your question there, or your statement. We could use our credit card, and now we have to have USD in Uphold, and it won't clear for 5 days, so we can't buy. Like I said, try to set up an account with Coinbase, and then purchase something like Bitcoin, and transfer Bitcoin over to transfer the Bitcoin over to Uphold, and do it that way. That works really good. So I've been reading a lot. So that's another question I've been getting. I'm gonna be jumping all over the place now. What do I do with my 401k? I've kind of drawn a little bit of a conclusion. So if this is normally how the economic system worked in the past, I could tell you verbatim exactly what's going to happen, how it's going to go down, and everything like that. However, this has never been done before, especially in a digital age like it is. I believe they're going to try to catch the downfall. They're going to let it collapse itself. That's why they're printing so much money. That's why the stock market's so high right now. Everything's so high. There's a bull run in the cryptocurrency. Everything's going to crash. Everything. That's exactly what has to happen. They have to crash the USD, create a hyperinflation inside of the USD. So across the board, across all other nations that trade USD, remember USD is, if you're in Germany, you want to buy oil from Iraq, you need to convert your currency into USD. So in order to get rid of the old USD and everybody get off that platform, you have to crash it. And that will crash all of the world's economy, which has never happened before, which is kind of exciting. Exciting in a scary way. So now kids are crying. So I believe that once everything collapses, normally in a fiat currency collapse of when you see hyperinflation, what basically happens is the next day your money will be worthless. I mean, our purchasing power of a dollar right now is approximately 6 to 4 cents per dollar. That depends on which statistics you're actually reading. The Fed tries to, make it look better than what it is. And they do that through inflation, but it's actually inflation through devaluation. So a lot of people don't seem to understand what that means. It means like they raise prices to make the dollar seem like it's still equal to $1, but prices go higher. But really, the dollar's worth less and less and less. It's like a sleight of hand, like a magic trick, so to speak. So, anyways, so I don't know who is banging around upstairs. Oh my gosh. What do you mean, Jeff? I'm holding on to it. So anyways, when all of this happens, I don't believe that our dollar will hyperinflate. I think Ripple's platform with the banks will catch, using XRP, it'll catch the dollar system. And so I don't believe our money will go anywhere, honestly. There might be a few companies that don't make it through the economic collapse that might not come out on the other end. That's a possibility. But that's not going to be the entire economy. So please understand that. So it's not going to be, they planned this out really, really well. And I think that's exactly why and this is why it's taking so long. I've been sitting here biting my nails off, just waiting. But see, the lawsuit with Ripple and the SEC, I always say that so fast, it sounds like I'm saying SEC. But they have to gain clarity in America with that lawsuit. When that lawsuit settles, which is, I forget what day it is, the 22nd or something like that, or sometime this month anyways. When they gain that, then they can collapse the market. It has to have some type of clarity or utility or function before they can collapse it. Otherwise, it could drop to zero, and then they wouldn't be able to use XRP. So basically, they're going to have to get clarity on XRP, collapse the market, and instantaneously, it's almost like clarity, collapse the market, and then reset. All in like one day almost. I mean, I bet you anything, it'll all happen really quickly to catch itself. So... dang, why am I... Let's see here. Am I cutting out? Okay. I was having internet problems earlier, so somebody said that I was cutting out a little bit, so I just want to make sure. Sweet. So the other thing too, people are worried that they want to buy. I'm going to go back to everybody, what they should do with their XRP. They're like, well, should we hold off on buying any more? In my opinion, anything below 50 cents is a really good deal. Anything between 50 cents and $1 is still a good deal. It's not a really good deal, but it's still a good deal based on the return that I believe that it will be at. I believe it's going to be $2,000 plus per coin. I'm not going to go into details of what my speculation is. They're on to you. Yeah. So anyways, okay. So buy anything below $1, honestly, in my opinion, is a good deal. And the reason why I say that is because you're going to be able to take your money. Let's say that XLM ends up being an actual cryptocurrency that's backed by silver, which, based on my evidence, it will be. I'm going to speak theoretically for a second. Let's just say you take $1 million and you put $1 million of your profit of XRP, and you can use whatever number you want. But you take $1 million, put it into XLM, in the future from your profits from XRP. You can turn around and let's say it's selling at 45 cents, which I know it's a little bit above that now. I think as of yesterday or whatever. But this is the number I ran. I think it was like 2 days ago. Anyway, so $1 million of XLM would get you 2,222,222 XLM actual coins. And if you times that by 1,000, that's billion. So, and that's just one example of many that we're going to be transferring. I'm personally going to be transferring my money into, moving up. Any chance XRP, it's over $10,000 plus? Yeah, I mean, there's been a couple people that have pointed that out. And that's what I believed in the very beginning. I like I said, I don't, that it could be. But if you actually do the economic perspective of its utility function, everything that it's going to do, plus being backed by gold as an asset, I believe that it should be at least 10,000 plus. But I'm just going to stick with 2,000 because that's a good number for me. I mean, 2,000 alone will make me, I won't even say how much, but it's a lot of money. I do own XLM right now, a little bit of it, not a ton of it, because I know my true belief is that XRP is just so much more valuable. So even if XLM and XRP primarily jumped at the same time, let's just say theoretically they did jump at the same time, I would rather have most of my money into XRP. But I can tell you if they don't jump at the same time, I know I'm throwing a big chunk of that money into XLM afterwards. So, let's see, what else was I going to... I've been getting a ton of questions here. It kind of actually almost covers them, unless you guys have any other questions specifically. I just wanted to get on there and cover the Uphold thing primarily in the crash. So truthfully, I don't believe, again, I don't truthfully believe you need to actually move your money too much. Like I said, there's secure ways to secure your 401k. So in case anything does happen through a collapse, that was on one of my other posts. I can post that again. Once I post this live, I'll post some information about that. Yeah, Nicole, that's same here. I'm about the same exact numbers. I do believe Coinbase will open back up with XRP, yes. It might be almost too late to purchase at a low price at that point because everything's going to happen so fast. Because once they gain clarity, they can release it back. I mean, because it got delisted on Coinbase because it's a US company. So that's because of the lawsuit. They had to actually get delisted for now. So nothing necessarily they're trying to do because they don't believe in it, but they just had to do that. So it will come back on. I'm pretty positive, but when it happens, I believe that you'll have. I truly don't believe you're going to have much time to buy a bunch of it before the price jumps. Because what I said, at the same time it gains clarity, they could crash the market technically. But if they crash the market before XRP gains clarity, then it could actually, it could drive XRP to zero. And like, what's his name? One of the creators of XRP, I can't think of his name, but he even said the price needs to be higher. There's a whole video of him talking about how the price needs to be a lot higher. The higher, the better, because lower the transaction cost of using XRP. So the value of XRP needs to be extremely high. Yeah, credit unions are a lot different as they keep cash on hand. Credit unions do not use fractional reserve banking in the ways that actual banks do. They keep a lot more money on hand than an actual bank. I forget how that exactly works. I know over the years they've changed that up a little bit. So I actually knew a lady that managed all the money assets for a credit union here where I live, and it was actually one of the top credit unions in the nation. Actually, she actually taught other credit unions how to manage their money, and she actually said just the last couple of years before she retired that credit unions started to use a fractional reserve banking, but in a different way. So they're not as bad. So credit unions are definitely a safer way as far as money goes. So I hope that makes sense. So any more questions about any of that? definitely go watch the YouTube video. Definitely give it if you're on YouTube anyways, give it a subscribe. I'm setting up a couple other online accounts where I'll be putting all the videos on there too. I got to do that here probably tonight or on Monday, I'm guessing. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day to everybody. And 15th is President's Day. That's exciting. Sorry, trying to read all these. Again, no, cash will not be worthless after the crash. It will transform, though. In my opinion, I believe that's how it's going to work. Normally, it would be worthless, but not in this scenario. If I don't see some type of jump with XRP by the 15th, and then I don't expect to see anything really until XRP gains clarity. So, which, based on a lot of my information, it'll be one flip of the switch and it'll gain a ton of clarity and a lot of price all at once. So, but remember, the price, you don't need to panic because the price is fixed. So it's not going to jump around all over the place. So don't worry about it jumping around or selling out in fear that it's going to drop. I do the Nano X, Ledger Nano X. Yeah, I do. I got one. So, like I said, I like to hedge against a lot of things. I keep my money into a lot of different places. So definitely spread it around. That's good. Doubled what you started with. That's good. Uphold is, once you purchase it, it automatically becomes a wallet. It creates like a separate account and holds it into cold storage based on what I was reading. So you can kind of just keep it there. Coinbase is a little different. You have to actually create a Coinbase wallet and then put it into there separately. If they made it illegal for us to hold, they would do a buyout. I don't know if that's going to be the case or not, but the buyout basically would be that they would say, this is what it's worth. We're going to just give you this money, and they would take it all, and you'd be left with a chunk of money. The buyout would be very generous. I will promise you that. Hey, Linda, how's it going? I'll repost this. Don't worry. Fees on Uphold aren't as bad as Coinbase. I will say that. Okay, 90% in cold storage. Coinbase is 99% in cold storage. So I don't really get that. Why'd they do that? I would always keep my money in a lot of different places. I have mine on the actual Coinbase Wallet, Uphold, Ledger, and a few other ones. Just in case anything ever happens to one, I have backups. And that should just be a thing that you normally do regardless. That's just a form of asset allocation. I mean, it's the same thing when you invest in the large index funds like the S&P 500 or certain annuity packages or even an index in, let's say, energy field. You keep it in solar, natural gas, oil, all these different things. You'd keep it a broad spectrum. That way you always make more money than you lose. You lose, for sure. You always lose, but you always win more than you lose. And so that's why you always want to diversify into different places, portfolios, whatever you want to call it with cryptocurrency. So, but yeah, so hopefully Uphold will fix their issues here soon and everybody can be back to it. Yeah, Coinbase is actually really user-friendly in my opinion. I don't like their fees though. Their fees are kind of ridiculous. Like you get You get nickel and dimed from buying to selling to transferring to everything. The lawsuit was filed here in America. That's why it's delisted in America. That's why you can't buy XRP. Uh, you can't buy it on Coinbase because it's an American-based company. But again, this is all planned out. This has been part of the plan for a long time, and I started getting that suspicion, a couple of years ago, they're going to do this so they could regulate it to be what it's going to be. So, because everybody needs to be on board with this whole thing. I mean, this whole financial system is about to change drastically, and nobody seems to see it. And I don't have time to argue. It's funny because people will actually try to get me to argue with them, like in Messenger and in other places, and I'm like, I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just telling you what I know to be fact, based on all of the information I read. I'm just dispensing information that I know, and it's a lot of information. I mean, I've been reading on this for over 5 years, just with XRP itself specifically. So, but when I started reading documents coming from the White House to the Fed, especially it picked up once Trump took office, the documents, legal documents coming between the Federal Reserve and then it started like, it was really weird because the Federal Reserve started taking orders from like the White House and the Treasury Department, which does not control the Fed, neither of those two, but they were actually taking orders from the Fed. If you look at all the legal documents, which gave me a really good idea that Trump was actually in charge of the Fed, which, I believe to be true because he was controlling interest rates a while ago, which prevented the market from completely falling out a while ago. Because I think that's what the globalists wanted, was to collapse the economy so they can implement their whole thing. Because a lot of people say that the mark of the beast is like XRP, like, oh, that's the devil. I'm like, no, that's what Bill Gates was trying to do with the 5G network. He was trying to give you a cryptocurrency in your blood. And I posted this a while ago. I actually posted a patent that he filed with Microsoft for a 5G network cryptocurrency that was actually stored in people's blood, which is super creepy to me. But whatever you're into. Oh, county. Sorry, Chad. That's a good question. Where I don't know if it was. I have the paper. I will just post it after I post this. I will pull it up and I will. In fact, if you go to DuckDuckGo, is where I recently grabbed it from. You can actually look it up on there. But I'll post it below this video too. Which county, so you guys can kind of read through that. Those who like to read. I notice most people don't read like 99% of things that I actually post that are actual documentation like that. But I will do that for sure. Yeah, definitely. I need to post a bunch more things. I got a bunch of papers on there too, Chad. I gotta send you. I've been kind of picking through them. I have a external hard drive that's like a 2 terabyte that just has documents on it, and I really screwed myself because for the last 5 years I didn't really organize them. They're just like all over the place. So I've had to like actually go through them and read them and just to figure out which ones were which and which ones made sense, and trying to organize them in some type of order so you're not like reading like 2020 then 2016 and all over the place. So I was trying to organize that so I can post them in order so people can actually understand where I'm getting my information from. And not all my information I can post, unfortunately. Most of it though, some things come to me in clues from a certain insider with the whole thing, but I believe them to be correct because they've been right about practically, I think, everything so far. But it's not like they're telling me information directly. It comes in like clues, which is super annoying. I think it's because they're going to get in trouble if they post or they give me answers. It's like insider trading. That's illegal. So, oh, and my questions just froze on me. That was funny. That's great. Crap. Oh man. Elon Musk. Did you guys watch that YouTube video I posted with Elon Musk? That's that's crazy. Like, turning your Tesla car into an asset, turning your house, and you buy solar panels from Tesla, it's going to it's going to turn that into an asset so you can put them on your house. Then it goes into an essential grid, which you get paid for. That's freaking awesome. I mean, that's what kind of investment? I mean, that's an investment. Usually you're buying products that lose value. They become, like it just blows my mind. Like what's going to be in the future. It just blows my mind. Yeah, I can't keep up with him either. He's all over the place. Not all batteries are bad. I mean, Tesla in itself is an oxymoron because he has a battery powered car, right? And that's direct current from Thomas Edison. It's not a alternating current, which was created by obviously Nikola Tesla, who also created the large alternators that go into dams and things like that. So the batteries are not bad. These are batteries. If you got to actually look at the patents on the batteries, they're absolutely insane. It's not like a normal direct current battery, the way that they store everything. It's a storage to release alternating current. It's like a way to, it's a totally new function. I don't even know how I can really explain it in layman's terms, but essentially it just goes and it doesn't, gosh, the cells in the battery are so different than anything we have today. So I'll have to, let me write that down because I'm gonna post that so you guys can actually look at this. Tesla. There we go. There. Yeah, so these batteries are much different than our normal direct current batteries. So there's definitely a lot of change, and I feel bad because like a lot of people are going to really miss out on this. Although the futures, I mean, the dollar will be actually worth $1 in the future. So I mean, really nobody's going to really miss out per se. So whoa, now it's jumping all over the place. Oh, crazy, Amy! I did not know that. That's cool. Yeah, Uphold. Uphold said since you're a new customer, they're going to hold your money for 5 days. That's kind of BS because they didn't do that to me. It's like they're really trying to restrict people from buying XRP right now for some reason. I don't really get it. Yeah, that's why I try to do these live feeds because, like I said, I know a lot of people don't like to read. I've had like a consistent migraine since November 3rd. Yeah, it's nuts. I don't like to keep a lot of cash on hand. I've never been a huge proponent of saving money. I've always thought that was. I won't give you my opinion on saving money in a savings account. I guess I'm gonna keep that to myself. But I don't believe in saving something that loses value every single day. The more they print, the more it loses value. So that's a huge thing. In fact, oh, I don't have it on here now. Crap. I'll have to post it below this video. In fact, I really do want to post that. Let's see here. Of money. I'll kind of show a diagram of what I'm talking about after I post this. No, I'll repost this video, but I covered the 401k already. Don't worry about your 401k too much. I will post some information about what to do with your 401k if you are worried. And the banks are going to eventually kind of fall apart. Nobody can really wrap their head around that one. People really have a hard time wrapping their mind around no more banks. But the banks, I mean, it's this asset is not controlled by anybody on this blockchain, on a quantum computer or satellite. They can't control it. Not people even controlling the satellites can't control the blockchain. So banks are going to be gone in the future. Oh boy. Oh no, you're good. Don't worry. Yeah, you're going to see a lot of things falling. Any bank, I will say this very bluntly, any bank that does not jump onto this new system, which is going to make all fees and transactions instantaneous and cheaper, will go out of business almost instantaneously, because it already said there's already a law in place. It was in my YouTube video, actually. One of the guys talks about it. I think it's that lawyer on the video that I posted. He actually says that banks that do, if they do not comply with this new regulation, they will have to go through other banks to do transactions, which will make their fees go up anyways, and because they'll have to pay that bank a fee to do the transactions, and therefore they'll go out of business. I mean, it's how the free enterprise was supposed to work. That's why I separate the word capitalism and free enterprise. A free enterprise is a non-regulated system by government. Government does not and should not regulate the free enterprise. I mean, don't get me wrong. We should have some regulations in the sense. I mean, we as adults should be able to figure things out like that, like regulations, like. I mean, yeah, I want a health food inspector that inspects restaurants and make sure they're actually serving sweet and sour chicken and not sweet and sour dog. So there's that. Cashless society, not for a while. Everything, we will have a new we will have a new cash, but we will not. It won't not be cashless. Yes, it'll be banks around the world. Every bank in the world, every banking institution, from the top to the bottom, even credit unions. I'm trying to read all these. Yeah, definitely buy your XRP in multiple different places if you can. All right, Chad, I will talk to you soon, bud. Enjoy your weekend. Have a good Valentine's Day, dude. I could tell you a story about a Chinese restaurant here. It's a all-you-can-eat buffet. It's called China Buffet here in Missoula, Montana. Oh, scary. My really good buddy that works for the NSA, actually, his dad was a health food inspector, and he shut the restaurant down twice. I won't tell you why. Yeah, I'm going to stick around this time and kind of help people out with questions in this new system as I've read a lot on it. So I'll definitely be around, so don't worry about that. Let's see here. Okay, so Nasara, will it pay off our debts and everything? So it's really almost vague on that. It does say some loans will be completely wiped out, some debts will be wiped out that are based in certain any. It's really tricky in how it words it, because the full Nasara packet, excuse me, is really big. It's like a law. You have to be like a lawyer to read this thing. You'll find me. That's, oh God. Anyways, you have to be a lawyer to understand and read all this stuff and interpret everything. So, basically, Nasara, they make it tricky how they word it. They say that some debts are going to be completely wiped out because of the fact, if you go back to the original Constitution, the Republic of, the original Constitution, it states that you cannot have charge interest, let alone compound interest is illegal, and private banking is illegal. So all of those things that were originally legal have to be delinquished because they are null and void because they were illegal. In some cases, it says weird things in there like you have to, some things will be, the compounded interest or the interest part will be thrown out, and then some parts you'll just have the principal to pay on. but I don't know. I'm really like, it hasn't happened yet, so I don't. It's really hard to say. I would, if we were in April, I would probably know a lot more. But we'll have to kind of see. It's one of those things that's kind of up in the air a little bit. Maybe I'll send it over to my attorney and he can go through it. And I should do that actually. I should have my attorney read this and see my financial attorney and see what he says. He probably freaking think I'm crazy. Yeah, send it over to Lynn Wood. He'll read it for us. Yeah, April's not too far away. Oh boy. Yeah, it's going to get interesting, even with this whole Trump thing just recently today. I think there's only one other place besides Uphold that you can purchase XRP right now. Uphold is having some weird technical difficulties for some people. Yeah, the Trump thing was already like a pre-planned thing of him being acquitted. It's just like I'm just like waiting for the juicy part of the steak now, because I'm so tired of waiting. I've been slacking and posting on my other page too, because I'm just like, I'm like, I know it's just, the timeline's not over, so I know that there's a little more to come. Not much, but there's still a little bit more. Especially found it interesting where the Trump Hotel in DC is booked out on March 4th for $1,500 a night. That's exciting. I tried booking a room on there and it wouldn't let me. It kept on declining my card, which I found really weird. So someone was like, they're not allowing you to do it anyways, because I was going to just book a room there for $1,500 just to see if I could. And then I'd probably go just to see, but I couldn't do it. Anybody else want to try it for me? There's no need to purchase XRP on different platforms. I do it just to spread my money out in case anything ever happens to one of those platforms. Technically or legally or anything, I still have money in other platforms. Oh, the Ritz is in DC is expensive too? Interesting. I'll have to look that one up. Oh, he had droopy eye this time. Oh, poor Biden. Yeah, it's like so obviously a mask. It irritates me. I don't even argue about it with people. Whatever. You tried to get a room and couldn't? Yeah. I haven't tried playing my white privilege card yet, though. Maybe that'll work. So stupid. Never used it before, might as well. I was going to order one of those white privilege cards. Next time they told me to put my mask on, I was just going to show it to them. The ones you can buy off of Instagram or Facebook. People were selling them on the ads there. I don't know if any of you guys seen it's actually a white privilege card. The guy selling it was a black guy. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. He's all like, "Oh, you can't come in here, sir." And then he pulls out his white privilege card. It's a black guy, and they allow him in because has a white privilege card. I was like, wow, this is the most racist commercial I've ever seen. Yeah, seriously. Will the real Joe Biden please stand up? I think he's dead, actually. I know he's arrested. I don't know if he actually died of a heart attack like I heard, but I don't know. Yeah, that's for sure. March 4th cannot come soon enough. But, I always suspect that things won't happen. I mean, if anything is obvious to us, I just don't believe it's actually going to happen. Sometimes it's like, and that's a super obvious date to us. So I just feel like something's gonna have to happen really soon for that date to actually be a date. But I do believe something's gonna happen. I don't doubt that for a minute. But yeah, the actual exact dates are supposed to be very unknown. Gosh, I've never sat so long through a movie in my entire life. Hopefully this movie's over soon. And there's no like one of those like weird clips in the end of the credits. You have to still sit there at the end of the theater for like another 15 minutes, wait through the credits just to watch one more little clip. Ugh, can't do it this time. Yeah, I don't know if they will give confessions, and I mean they have to do something. They have to show the people, and I know they know that. I mean, you got to think. I mean, whatever we think, they have thought that through, and they definitely have a plan that's definitely extremely concrete. And anything that we know can't be proven. Like people always want facts, but the facts can't be given. It just, I mean, I don't. I think that makes sense. Yep, I did read that, and I didn't go into the website and see if that was an actual fact or not, but we'll see, I suppose. Yeah, there sure is a lot of people still asleep. Q drop that mentioned EBS beginning on Sunday evening. Does that correlate with that picture that I posted a while ago? Does anybody know? I guess we'll see. I have my Facebook pulled up here. I'm curious if that is the same. Oh, it does? Oh, sweet. You guys are like way faster than me. In fact, my Facebook is not going very fast on my computer for some reason. That's super weird. Uh-oh. Kid's crying again. Interesting. Well, we will see. It needs to happen soon. That's all I can say. Who the heck is doing all the laughing emojis? What the freak? Yeah. Yeah, luckily there's a couple other people doing the decoding, so it kind of helps me with my time a little bit. So that's a plus. So anyways, I guess if you guys have any other questions, I'm gonna hop off, and I'll post some of that stuff below in the comments below. So I will just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody here. Yeah, I do have an unhappy camper there. Yeah, seriously. Well, I'm gonna go hack someone's social security card and max out their credit line. So I'm gonna hop off, and I will talk to you guys a little bit later. Okay, bye. Happy Valentine's Day, guy.